Good day everyone, especially to Arnold A. Porra. Sir, good morning. I am Mariel Glenn Esparagosa de la Cruz, BS Criminology. For today's video, I am going to present to you my research. Research is a creative and systematic work undertaken to increase stock of knowledge. It involves the collection, organization, and analysis of information to increase understanding of the topic or issue. The title of my research is The Impact of Road Advertising Signs to the Youth Drivers and its Implication to the Law Enforcers of Libak. The Introduction. Road advertising signs are an essential part of keeping drivers and pedestrians safe on the road, as they are designed to provide necessary information and warning of potential dangers. The main purpose of traffic signs is to help prevent accidents and protect people on the road. It is extremely important for traffic signs to be displayed prominently in order to command attention and to be placed in the way that provides drivers with enough time to respond to the command of each sign is giving. Motorcycles are considered as one of the extreme modes of conveyance contributing to road accidents. Reports reveal that the number of deaths caused by motorcycles is significantly higher than by any other means of transportation. A large percentage of motorcycle accidents occurred mainly due to human behavior. Teenagers are more susceptible to peer influences than adults. The combination of passenger-induced distraction and driving inexperience can disrupt driving behavior, and there is evidence that teenage driver risk taking increase in vehicles with multiple teenagers. In 2019, almost 2,400 teens in the United States aged 13 to 19 were killed and about 258,000 were treated in emergency departments for injuries suffered in motor vehicle crashes. That means that every day, about 7 teens died due to motor vehicle crashes and hundreds more were injured. In addition, motor vehicle crash deaths among teens 15 to 19 years of age resulted in about 4.8 billion in medical and work cost for crashes that occurred in 2018. As I observe, in Libak, a lot of youth ages 17 below keep on driving motorcycles. Some are reckless and others some who careful. Among of them, mostly are students. Having motorcycle is a great privilege to every student, but there are a lot of disadvantages too. There are positive impact and negative impact of driving motorcycle. Nowadays, we cannot deny the fact that the most teenagers know how to drive but do not have still authority. Some of them are lack of enough knowledge about the road advertising signs, which it may leads them to prone to accidents. That is why I pursue finish this study to give awareness to the youth and agencies. Statement of the problem of my study. First, what is the status of certain youth? The status of certain youth, it includes in gender, their age, and their driving behavior. Second one, how was the awareness of the youth regarding the road advertising signs? The third one, what are the implications of Libak enforcer? So these questions are meant to be answered. Significance of the study. Significance of the study, to whom it may essential to. First, teachers. The information that they would get in this study would help them to guide and give proper attention and awareness to the students who are still young enough to drive a motorcycle. Additionally, they will be able to explain what the should and must suited to intervention and implication from Libak enforcers. Second one, parents. Findings of this study would also raise the awareness of the parents to educate their child. Third one, the youth. The result of this study will help the youth become aware and to educate themselves. The fourth one, students. The results of this study would alarm the students and raise their awareness of the impact of road advertising signs to the youth and its implication to the law enforcers of Lebac. The last one, the future researchers. The result of this study will serve as a reference that will benefit the future researchers who aims to conduct the research similar to this study. Scope and delimitation. This study mainly focused on the impact of road advertising signs to the youth drivers and its implication to the law enforcers of Lebac. The respondents of this study will be the youth and either students or out-of-school youth ages 17 below. The primary data gathering method is the survey questionnaire in order to determine the impact of road advertising signs to the youth and its implication for the road safety and some of due to interview. This type of research is a descriptive evaluative research. The researchers are conducting this study so that they can share their insights, suggestions, and opinions regarding in this matter. They really want to know that the real facts of impact of road advertising signs to the youth so that they will know the reality and to provide solutions for this certain issue. The researchers conduct this to adhere to today's generation problem, assessing and helping in assessing themselves and their current life situation. The methodology. A literature review was selected as the most appropriate method of research to address the question whether the road advertising signs impact of young drivers and the implication of the law enforcers, giving the number of components the causal mechanism theoretically. The researcher used survey questionnaire and interview to gather facts and documents. A total of 150 respondents coming from the youth, including students and out-of-school youth ages 17 below, who are able to drive in public highways. The results of the survey questionnaire, which tests the awareness of youth, made a tool to create implication of law enforcer of Lebac. The results and discussions. Figure 1 shows the gender data. Orange color represents male part and blue color represents female part. Mostly of my respondents are male, as shown at the illustration above. Indeed, most youth drivers are male or boys aging 17 below. The highest percentage are males and the lowest percentage are female, garnering 70% from male and 25% in female. Figure 2 represents type of youth. Blue color represents school youth and orange color represents out-of-school youth. Most of the youth drivers are school youth means by the initial reason interview, they are drive by themselves to have less transportation expenses. Figure 3.1, it shows the percentage of the youth female drivers. Green color represents 10 to 11 years old. Yellow color represents 12 to 13 years old. Orange color represents 14 to 15 years old. Female ages 14 to 15 years old had the biggest percentage of youth drivers, followed by 12 to 13 years old, then 10 to 11 years old. Figure 3.2, it shows the percentage of the youth male drivers. Yellow color represents 10 to 11 years old. Gray color represents 12 to 13 years old. Orange color represents 14 to 15 years old. And blue color represents 16 to 17 years old. Male ages 16 to 17 years old youth drivers had the biggest percentage, followed by 14 to 15 years old male. Next, 12 to 13 years old, then 10 to 11 years old, the lowest percentage. Figure 4 entails that the graph percentage of young drivers to road advertising signs. In category 1, the question is, did they know that the road advertising signs? Out of 100 respondents, 8% said yes, and 27% said no, and 65% said maybe or sometimes. In category 2, the question is, are they aware of rights and responsibility as a driver? Out of 100% respondent, 25% said yes, 29% said no, and 46% said maybe or sometimes. In category 3, the question is, are they in favor to get driver's license when they become 18 years old? Out of 100% respondent, 55% said yes, 3% said no, and 57% said sometimes or maybe. In category 4, the question is, did the youth obey road signs? Out of 100% respondents, 60% said yes, 15% said no, and 25% said maybe or sometimes. In category 5, the question is, if they did wear helmet, eye protection, and bright protective clothing. Out of 100%, 5% said yes, 5% said no, and 90% said maybe or sometimes. In category 6, the question is, if they do not ride after consuming alcohol or other drugs. Out of 100%, 15% said yes, 45% said no, and 40% said maybe or sometimes. Therefore, the results of the survey, the most of youth may be not knowing well the road advertising signs. Some of them are not fully aware of responsibility as a driver. Additionally, the youth are willing to own driver's license when they become 18 years old. The youth obey road signs, but the youth are not sure and agree to the wear safety protocols in driving, such as wearing helmets, eye protection, and bright protective clothing. Also, youth are keeping in driving even they have substance of alcohol and other drugs. Figure 5. This representation, the road awareness test of youth drivers. The table shows some questions. Question number 1. Right of way of motorcycle while driving on hills roads. Question number 2. Awareness about white continuous or broken line. Question number 3. Awareness about the left lane on the road. Question number 4. Awareness about starting the vehicle on the road during high traffic volume. Question number 5. Safety awareness of pedestrians during rainy seasons. Question number 6. Awareness about the right way of using horn. Question number 7. Awareness about right way of emergency stopping. Question number 8. Awareness about controlling speed while descending. Question number 9. Awareness about use of hazard lights. Question number 10. Road signs about no crossing. As roadside advertising technologies are continually changing, there is need for ongoing monitoring of risks associated with emergent technologies. Therefore, continued monitoring of roadside advertising technologies and generation of safety data is necessary. Legislation in some more jurisdictions, such as the U.S., has not progressed as fast as roadside advertising technology. SARP 2011. Likewise, although roadside advertising should naturally be driven by road safety concerns, some other policy considerations should be weighted as well. Example, Scenic Beauty, Sharp 2011, and Clutter Vigil et al. 2004, Sharp 2011 explained that If they left effectively unregulated, current technologies of roadside advertising would destroy the scenic vistas and put drivers and other road users at risk. That's all everyone. Thank you for watching.